Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review. And now I'm going to review one of my all-time favorite old classics of the Walt Disney films. And and a while back I got this ordering in, and now I'm glad I have it again. Love watching it again. So now I'm reviewing the original 101 Dalmatians. The original 1961 classic, and this is the 2-disc platinum edition. Decent features. Really, how it looks like with a picture with Cruella DeVille on there, and then the rest of the dogs. Now, over like a long time ago, I reviewed the live-action 1996 version of 101 Dalmatians and its sequel, 102. Enjoyed both those films, but the original 1961 classic will always be the best. Glenn Close did a good job as Cruella DeVille, but the original always could be the classic, And it's always, well, is my probably within my top 5 favorite animated films of the old Disney films, definitely of the old classic Disney films, And I love watching this growing up. This is what I loved watching growing up, And I don't know what more I can say. This is just one of the most classic ones of all time, Now, I won't give. Probably, well, I will get to the end of the story, but everyone should know what the story is about, So I'll just get right into it. The film opens up in London, and Pongo, the Dalmatian, he's telling about his life with his which he calls his owner, Roger, his pet, because he calls him his pet, and they're living up like a boring life, and Roger is the songwriter, and Pongo's looking bored, looking out the window, wants to, find Pongo wants to find like a girlfriend for Roger, so he's looking out the window, looking at all the other dog owners that look exactly like their dogs looks like their owner, As each one's walking by, he sees a female Dalmatian, walk by a female owner, Anita. So he purposely wants to get out there and, hook him up, So they're going walk in the park, and there was a thing about this in the park though, but he he tangles them up in their leash, and they both fall into the pond, and it was just so funny, but at the end of the day, they end up falling in love and they get married, when sometime later, they live in another place, where Nani, the housemaid there, and then of course, Perty tells Pongo, it's her, it's that devil woman, because you hears her call from from distance, Cruella DeVille pulling up in that classic red car, which of course in the live action version it was white and black, but this is red and black though. But still looking at it's the same car as it was in the live action film, but different color though. But and then Roger starts thought of a song about Cruella DeVille, one of the classic Disney songs, Cruella DeVille, Cruella DeVille, if she doesn't scare you. he's like this, Cruella, Cruella, she's like a spider waiting for the kill, and he's sort of playing the music upstairs loud, Of course, and then Cruella comes in and goes, Anita, darling, He wants to know where the puppies are gonna arrive, but they haven't arrived yet, And it is such classic, characters and songs, you know. So then comes the time, you know, time has passed by. Then when Nita had given birth to 15 puppies, of course the one, the 15 thought that was dead though, but when they Roger looked at it a little bit, it was still alive, so he still got 15 puppies. Then Cruella comes by again, you know, and wants to offer to sell wants them to sell the puppies to her, you know, because she wants to. Well, she didn't explain the plan to them though, but you know what she wants. So she wants a Dalmatian skin coat, you know. But she refuses to sell, so of course she leaves angrily, you know. You fools, you idiots, you know. So then time comes has passed on just a little bit more, you know, and the puppies, you know, they're and the Pongo and Perch, they're all watching TV, you know, they're watching the the Wonder Dog named Thunderbolt, you know, stopping that bad guy, and which was named Dirty Dawson, I think it was called, you know, and which will be talk about next time, which only appears in that one scene in the TV when I'm watching TV though, but in the sequel though, which I'll talk about. So as time went on, you know, then when Roger and Anita take the dogs to a walk in the park, of course you get the classic bumbling idiots, Jasper and Horace, you know, which in the 1996 version they were played by Hugh Laurie and Mark Williams. So they barge in, you know, and it was funny that how that Nanny tries to stop me. He's like, "What's the matter with you? Yeah, clawed ears?" I said, "You're not coming in here." and Jasper, I was that's one of the lines I always loved that what Jasper says, you know, like, "Oh, she's a regular taunter, ain't she, Horace?" Ha 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 ha, you know. I like how the way he laughs, you know. So they go upstairs and like, "Don't you dare go upstairs," you know, and he's like, it's like, "You big weasel." He's like, "Now you coming, darn it. You cut me to the quick, lady. Why, I wouldn't stay here if you let me. Not even for a cup of tea." So but then Horace, while that happened, Horace goes and grabs the puppies in his bag, you know, and they both get away. Then they make the papers, you know. And when Cruella calls the owners, you know, Roger and Anita. Roger, of course, he suspects that she did, you know. He's like, well, what is she calling here for? She's called to confess, you know. Or she takes the phone from Nina and says, "Where are they?" You know. But he says, "Roger, I will admit she's eccentric, but she's not a thief." I was like, well, she's still #1 suspect in my book, you know. So, but then Pongo, who was voiced by Rod Taylor, who appeared in Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds as Mitch. You know, if anyone didn't know that, yeah, Rod Taylor, who played Mitch in Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, he voices Pongo here in the original classic, you know. So Pongo, he has the idea to start barking and get the dogs to call back, you know, anything that has happened, you know, and so all the dogs start barking, spreading the message about 15 Dalmatians has been stolen, you know. At least like a faraway distance on a farm, you know, where you have the horse, which it was the horse was the horse was a captain, just captain. That's his name, captain, and the cat named Sergeant Tibbs, and the sheepdog named Colonel, you know. So the Colonel and Sergeant Tibbs, they see smoke coming from Cruella's big mansion, you know, and so they go over there. Sergeant Tibbs goes in. He sees a whole bunch of Dalmatians, all 99 Dalmatians, you know, but he's mainly looking for the 15 ones that were stolen. They're sitting by the TV, you know. Horace, Jasper is just drinking, you know, and Horace is eating food, you know, and you know, as Sergeant Tibbs tries to count how many there are in front of the TV, you know, which he doesn't, but the Jasper grabs him, thinking with the bottle, but you know, and it's like, oh, hey, Horace, look, a tally cat. You know, he tries to starts throwing darts at him, and then throws a bottle, you know, but he escapes. While they try the Pongo and Percy, they make their way towards the mansion, you know. But and then Cruella de Vil is there, tells him, I want the job done tonight, and he's like, how are we gonna do it? Any way you like, poison them, drown them, bash them on the head. You got any chloroform, you know? So, and then she takes the ball and throws it in the fireplace, explodes, and then just goes and basically bitch slaps both of them, you know? How about this bitch? She wants the job done right now, you know? And but they continue to why they were going to do as soon as their show was over, while Sergeant Tibbs takes all the puppies, lead the way through the hole, like it's in the middle where the wall is, you know. So they make a way. All the puppies are except for the one. Well, they're still seeing, watching in front of the TV, you know. But the horse driver throws him, and Sergeant catches him, but he floats to the hole, and then the other one, the heavy set puppy named Rolly, you know, tries to start shoving him through the hole, you know, and they see like, hey Horace, look, they're gone. They flew the coop right through this little hole, you know. So they all go upstairs and they split, you know, but they all start running back downstairs. Horace and Jasper fall downstairs, the bumbling idiots, you know, and but they end up back where they started in the room, and then Pongo and Percy they crash through the window, mean faces on, you know. They fight Horace and Jasper as the puppies and the sergeant and colonel they head back to the farm, you know. So, but as they head back to the farm, they see all the puppies, you know, saying that what Cruella de Vil was gonna do to them, make dog skin coats out of them, you know. And Horace and Jasper they find them back to the farm. They thought that they're in the hay, so they were gonna burn them out. And then Sergeant Tibbs tells the captain, you know, ready, Captain, fire 1, and then the captain kicks them, boom, fire 2, you know. So they follow the tracks, but they stopped at the bridge, and they're hiding underneath the bridge, you know. But Horace is like, well, what if they went down the frozen creek so they won't leave any tracks? And just like, Horace, you idiot, dogs ain't that smart. So then it comes to time where it's blowing snow hard, you know. They take this in another farm where some cows are, you know, so they can rest. But they're heading towards this village here where there's a moving van, you know, that's heading back to London. So as they're hiding in another part of the warehouse, 2 of their puppies they're covered in soot, you know, and Pongo gets the idea to have them all covered in soot to look like Labradors, you know. So it takes so they all get covered in the soot, you know, and so they all start making way towards the moving van, putting all the puppies up one at a time, you know. and then Horace once again, you know, it's like, hey Jasper, do you suppose they disguise themselves? Say, Horace, that's just what they did. Dogs are always painting themselves black. Pfft, you idiot! This is freaking funny, you know. Such a really good classic film. So the Pongo tries to gets the last of them, and Cruella is like patrolling the streets, and she sees them. She's watching them, you know. But then as they're going, drops off snow as pouring on them, you know, exposing them, you know. So but they do manage to make it into the truck, you know, and so then they get getting car chase, you know. Cruella tries to push him off push him off the side of the cliff, you know, but she slips down this slope, and she goes all the way back and just, you know, the sound of the car breaks like the hood, parts of the hood. You can see the freaking engine is like big pipes with fire coming out of it. You know, she has like those crazy eyes, you know, those crazy eyes on her, you know, and also Horace and Jasper, they're trying to go back on another road, attempts to push him off, you know, and as Cruella as it bumps into them, heading towards with the crazy eyes, But then Horace screws up because he's afraid of what Jasper's doing. So he grabs the wheel and snaps it off, and they spear out of control, hit Cruella's car, and the old cars break apart, And as they're sitting down there, and Cruella's like, "You idiots! You fools! Are you imbeciles?" And Jasper's like, shut up." So that they're back in London, and they head back to the house, and then it's Christmas time as well, they get Christmas tree and everything. Um, and so all the owners there counting how many Dalmatians, including Pongo Purdy, makes 101. So they said, where are they gonna keep it? Well, they're decided to keep them, and then they'll get a bigger place, in the countryside, and then Roger starts singing a song, we'll have a Dalmatian foundation, We'll have a Dalmatian foundation, Dalmatian plantation home. And as it all of London starts they wake up all of London. Everyone starts turning on the lights. I don't know what I can say about this. This is such a one of the most classic Disney films of all time. It's not the best Disney film at all times, but it's definitely one of the best. I really absolutely love this film to death. I could watch this 10 times over and would not be bored of it or not get tired of it. And then the film was such a when it came out in 1961. I think the budget is $4 million. I think, but over time, they got a lot of re-releases, and overall the film has made $215 million with all the re-releases that it has been over the years. Has a high rating has a 7.2 on IMDb. To me, I think that personally on IMDb, to me that's just way too low for this film. I think it deserves a lot more higher, like in the 8s, I would say, to just be perfectly fair. 7.2, I think is way too low for this film. Way too low. I think it deserves up more in the 8s, But it does have a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think that is very, very, very good, It deserves a 98%, But I just can't believe that 7.2. I think this is way too low for this on IMDb, I think it deserves much more upper ratings in the 8. In the 8s more. But then but it's been a success over making money over those years, with re-releases and stuff, In 1996, they came out with the live-action film that starred Glenn Close as Cruella de Vil, starring Jeff Daniels and Joey Richardson, Hugh Laurie, Mark Williams, and Joanne Palt-Wright, which that film was a huge hit as well. Made over $320 million worldwide. And then it came out with a sequel, 102 Dalmatians, that made money as well. I enjoyed both of those films as well, Like I said, Glenn Close did a good job as Cruella de Vil, But like I said, the original will always be the best, always be a classic film, And I said before, I already did reviews for the live action of 101 and 102 Dalmatians, so you can check those out, And the film also came out in a direct sequel, in 2003, a directed video sequel, called 101 Dalmatians 2, Patch's London Adventure. So I will be sure to do a movie review on that next, and yeah. So like I said, everything I said about it, you should. If you still haven't seen this, go check it out. I highly recommend to see the original 101 Dalmatians. Classic villain, classic songs, classic, everything about it, I would say, is classic, But yeah, and I'll be sure to do a review of the sequel as well, And also the funny thing is, usually at sequels, don't like get like very low ratings, but 102 Dalmatians, 101 Dalmatians 2 did get positive reviews, surprisingly enough, you know. But I'll do a review of that film next. But for now, 101 Dalmatians always be a true classic, or especially a Walt Disney true classic. You know, definitely one of the best ones of its time. I always never stop loving it. You know, love it how much I loved it growing up. You know, but yeah. So that's my review for 101 Dalmatians, the original 1961. Still check it out if you haven't seen it. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next movie review. Later.